kiss away all your problems. Just sleep on the couch. I'll make my own lemonade. Then we go up the drive, through the door. Cut my hair on the kitchen floor. Back of mine, you're better off alone.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Cleveland Guardians. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now. And on the hill, Luis Ortiz.
Oh, you know this guy wants to be better than that. I mean, the ERA is bloated. He understands that he's got to put his team in a better position to win ball games. And at this point, you have to forget about your own individual stats, and you have to go out there and attack and try to get that W. And if you do that, you'll look up, and most likely that ERA will have dropped over time.
He'll do it himself. One up, one down. And time now for the Phillies lineup. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these guys even during batting practice when it doesn't matter. They're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, he steps right in and continues with the pattern that they have established at this level, which ultimately leads to a lot of success.
2 down, bases empty. Here comes Bryce Harper. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. You know, you translate on base percentage, it's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life. Foul ball, still 0-2. Ball one there.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Two outs. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Down quickly go the Phillies. And now the Guardians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. You're dialed into the show. And we're back. And on the hill in this one, Zach Wheeler. And Singy, that may be his name, but the strikeout is his game.
Well, Boog, I can tell you've been working on that one, but yes, you are right. This guy's strikeout per 9, over 11. I mean, that's just getting it done. There are a lot of strikeouts in that.
Now, this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Gabriel Arias stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. 1 out, bases empty. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Marsh moves under it. Hauls it in for the out. Here's the Guardians lineup now. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. Scoreless after 1. Here in Cleveland, top of the 2nd, and digging in for Philadelphia, Kyle Schwarber. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-1.
And a swing and a miss. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog.
Oh, Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. His 13th home run of the season, and the Phillies take the lead. It's 1-0. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Nick Castellanos in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. There's a strike. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the second. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Puts it away for the out. Max Kepler at the plate. First pitch, and he just misses.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
That one at 95 missed up top, and it's 2-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And he makes the grab. Out number 2. And now it is JT Realmuto. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Realmuto hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2010. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. He's got it, and that is out number 3. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Digging in, Carlos Santana. Wheeler back to work. Fouled off to the right. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Castellanos makes the catch, and there's one gone. And here's the first baseman, Kyle Manzardo. That one is absolutely belted. Bangs off the wall, makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
One out, runner at second. Jhonkensy Noel digs in for the Guardians. That's in for a strike.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Manzardo, the runner at second with one away. Swing and a miss. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians. First pitch misses.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Here's a 1-1. Outside.
Nope. Outside.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Up the middle. In plenty of time to first, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Guardians. They trail here 1-0. Top half of the 3rd inning. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Swings through that one.
0-2 is the count.
Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty.
Well, you could tell he wasn't expecting that ball to break back in on him. He may have been looking for something away, maybe something soft, but that slider on the inside corner absolutely froze it.
Edmundo Sosa, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Lifted in the air, right field. Noel puts it away for the out. 2 away. So the Philly batting order turns over. Here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And a foul ball.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early.
No, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Phillies down in order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the inning, and now the rookie second baseman, Will Wilson. In the air, out towards left center. Brings it in. And a quick out, number 1. Austin Hedges now. Dives and he can't hang on. He beats the throw, and they don't get an out on the play.
Hey, I got to give him credit for busting it down to first to beat out that hit. Speed is obviously not a big part of his game. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Now here is Stephen Kwan. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Hedges, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. That one almost got him.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
Way inside, gets away. And now a man into scoring position.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Swing and a ground ball. Finds its way through, base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Well, that's a smart decision to hold up with 1 out and the heart of the order coming up. Don't want to run into an out at home plate.
And up next for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And takes low for ball 1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
And a swing and a miss.
1-1.
And a count 1-2. And a pitch. Line drive, caught.
Reaction time is so important in the majors, especially when you're dealing with line drives to third with good exit velo. You have to be ready for anything like she was right there.
On the ground. Stop. Throws to first in time. And Ramirez is set down. Out number 3. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. On to inning number 4. It's the Phillies 1 and the Guardians nothing. Back here in Cleveland, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Trey Turner. And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
Hey, partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals. They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field, someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
You think back to 2017, and Cleveland set a major league record. 22 consecutive wins they had. It was capped off with a 10-inning walk-off win. Pretty amazing streak and a big part of the history of this yard.
Boog, and I remember early in that season covering them and talking to their staff and players, and they didn't feel like they had really clicked yet. Now, when I went back to do some research, looking at metrics like base runs, I realized they weren't scoring runs at the rate in which the data was saying they should be at. So the numbers were saying it was just a matter of time until they would take off. Little did we know that it would convert into a 22-game winning streak, and it took the baseball world by storm.
I love when you talk nerd to me. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering misses, and the count is 1-2. Just missed.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Got him swinging. Nothing across here this half. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Phillies 1 and the Guardians nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the DH, Carlos Santana. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
You know, these Guardians, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. I think things are happening a little quicker than this.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Makes the catch up against the wall. Kyle Mansarda digs in for the Guardians. Doubled his first time. And that is out of play. Ripped, but it curls foul. The Guardians down by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one misses. And the count 1-2. Hit on the ground to the right side. And that one handled. Slings to first in time. And now the right fielder, John Kenzie Noel. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Two down, nobody on. That one not close. And the count is 2-2. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. That one inside. Look out.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Sneaks through, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now it's going to be Angel Martinez. Right down the chute, 0-1. Left field, Kepler. And makes the grab. And that will end the inning. Guardians lead 1. And it remains 1-0. And we're back. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Ortiz back to work. Pitches in there. And that's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
And that's a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Nice, doubled up with the slider for that punch out. The one before just caught the zone, so as a hitter, you have to protect right there. Great pitch to just expand a little bit more. He got that chase he was looking for. That right there is good pitching.
On the ground right side, and that's just foul. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. It'll bring up JT Realmuto. Fly to center his first time. In there for strike 1.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Popped up, Manzardo. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia, but they're on top 1-0. Back now at Progressive Field. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Will Wilson. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
And that one almost hit him.
2 strikes.
Hit in the air, left field. Kepler makes the grab for the second out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Kwan in the box again, takes a strike. Kwan, 27 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2018. Next pitch is outside. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first, and that is that. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Phillies 1 and the Guardians nothing. Here in Cleveland, new inning getting started. And now for the Phillies, Brandon Marsh. That one down the line, and foul ball. 0-1. And there's a foul ball. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Got him looking. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. And here is Sosa to the plate. And a strike in there. All right, Siggy, trivia time. Back when this ballpark opened, 1994, one future Hall of Famer hit the first triple in the park, and another hit the first homer by a Cleveland player. Think you know who they were?
Okay, I know that Ken Griffey Jr. hit the first triple here, but first homer for Cleveland. Give me a hint.
Switch hitter. That's all you're getting.
Oh, dude. Eddie Murray, no doubt.
Bam. Stop. The next to hit takes ball 1. And that one fouled off. Line drive, makes the grab, and that's the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Phillies 1 and the Guardians nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th, and the batter will be the shortstop, Gabriel Arias. And that one is lifted in the air. Marsh on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Here's Jose Ramirez. Both 2 in this one. And a ground ball to first. And he takes it himself for the out. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. In the air, left field. Kepler on the move. Nice grab on the run. And that is that. Back here in Cleveland, we go to the top of the 7th. Trey Turner now. Foul ball there.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late? That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
The shortstop takes the ball. And it remains 2-2. And that's outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Kwan heads after it. Makes the catch for the out. Here's Bryce Harper. There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Logan Allen takes over on the mound. He's been so good against lefties. And that one fouled off. Strike two. Bases empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And Harper down on strikes.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
That one outside. Ball 1. And that drops in for a strike. To the right side. On to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Phillies go down quietly in the inning, but they lead it 1-0. And we're back, bottom of the 7th. So in now for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo. Swing and a high fly ball right field. And it's caught for the out.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Now here is Jhonkensy Noel. Hit on the ground to short. Zips it across. That's 6 straight set down.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
That one ripped. Back there. And it hits the base of the wall. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with a pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing. Really important at bat coming up now.
Now a chance for Will Wilson.
Ball.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
That's hard hit in the line. And that's a fair ball. The run comes in to score from second. A big 2-out hit, and the game is tied.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his back through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Zach Wheeler won't go any further, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Carlos Hernandez comes on now.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Austin Hedges stands in, and that's downstairs and outside. Turned on, but foul wide of third.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Next pitch is outside. Now 2 balls and a strike. Man on second, 2 down. Now a rip into left center. And that will end the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. All even now at 1-1. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back now at Progressive Field. We go to the 8th. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. This one bashed to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. And they lead it. It's 2-1. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Now batting Max Kepler. Fastball for a strike. And a swing and a miss there.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Ramirez sends it to first. First out in the top of the 8th. And now it's JT Realmuto. That's in there, and that is strike 1. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
0-2 is the count.
Just missed.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
That's towards center. Martinez sizing this one up. He makes the grab, and there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. Missed with a changeup, and that is ball 1. Ground ball up the middle. It's through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And the batter now, Edmundo Sosa. Kwan makes the play, and that is that. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Matt Strom.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
And he grounds one to the right side. Into the outfield, base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Wastes no time there. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And he'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
No outs, runner at first. Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. Popped in the air, left field, Kepler. And there's 1 down. Now it's Jose Ramirez. 0 for 3 in this one. And that's outside. And that's ball 1.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And fouled off. With the tying run on at first, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down. Next for the Guardians is the designated hitter, Carlos Santana. 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. 2 outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Got him swinging. 3rd out. 1 left for the Guardians, and they trail it here 2-1. We go to the 9th. This is Bryson Stott. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Emmanuel Clase.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game. Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter. It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Man at first, nobody out. Here's Trey Turner. Runner on the go. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Next offering is outside. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, we see it a lot more these days than we ever did when I played, but a slider in the 90s still catches your attention. Even if you're sitting on the pitch, good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Man at second. Yeah, that's fouled off. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And there's a ball.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Just locked him up right there for the 2nd out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. In for a strike. 0-2 now. Swings and misses, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Phillies 2 and the Guardians 1. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jordan Romano.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Fought off foul. High in the air, out to right. Castellanos moves on it. And there's one away. He's 2 outs away. John Kenzie Noel digs in for the Guardians. 1 for 3. Out front, rip foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swung on, belted. That one back. Out of here. He'll take a jog around the bases. It's 2-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. good hitter gets pitch recognition early, he saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Now at the plate, Angel Martinez. First pitch misses. On the ground, right side, stop. Slinging it to first in time.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Wilson, the next to hit, takes outside. Action in the pen down there. Christopher Sanchez, the lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Trying to send this to extra innings. Now a screamer into the outfield. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. 2-2 game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. All set for the start of the inning. Stepping in, Nick Castellanos. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the ninth. So here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button. Try to get some more runs and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
So a change being made out at second. Coming in as the pinch runner, Johan Rojas. One out. The go-ahead run is at second. Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. And yes, he did. He went around. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game. As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with this speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Pitch misses there. Now 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in extras.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Here in Cleveland, on to the bottom of the 10th. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Hedges. Romano back to work. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Line to left. And it goes just foul.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. And ball 1.
2 strikes.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Base hit into the outfield. Throw comes in, and the winning run stops 90 feet from home. Nobody out. Stephen Kwan stepping in now for a critical at bat.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
Nobody out. The winning run 90 feet away. In the air, center field. Marsh on the move. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. In comes the winning run, and the Guardians walk it off in extra innings.
These can be tough at bats when you know you've got to get the ball in the air. At worst case scenario, that pitcher is going to try to tie you up, throw you up and in. But he did a good job pulling the hands through, extension to put that ball deep enough out into the outfield to score that run and win this game.
A 3-2 final score in this one. A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.